My name's Daniel Shaw. I'm 38, and I manage 3 small apartment buildings in Manchester. I've seen my share of nightmare tenants, late payers, noisemakers, you name it. But nothing, and I mean nothing, compared to Aaron and his girlfriend Kelsey. They moved in during spring, a young couple, flashy smiles, and promises of just keeping to themselves. For the first month, everything seemed fine. But slowly, I started noticing piles. Not small piles, mounds of trash. Broken boxes, old chairs, even a busted treadmill. And not inside their flat. They dumped it all in the shared hallway and the back car park, like it was their personal landfill. At first, I thought they were just doing a deep clean. But days passed, and the trash stayed. And when I asked them politely to move it, Aaron said with a shrug, "Yeah, mate, we'll sort it soon. We just need a van." They didn't. In fact, it got worse. A week later, I got an email not from them, but about them. "There's a smell coming from the hallway. Please do something." Another tenant, Mrs. Hughes, attached a photo overflowing trash bags with stains leaking onto the floor. I decided to confront Aaron again, but before I could knock, my phone buzzed. Email from Aaron. "Daniel, we've noticed mice in the hallways and under the stairs. You should call pest control. This isn't a safe environment." That message hit me like a slap. He was blaming me for pests that came from his trash. I called him immediately. "Aaron, you've left rubbish everywhere. I've asked twice to clear it." He replied, "With that fake confidence only the guilty have." "That's not ours. Other people leave stuff too." That's when I knew this wasn't just negligence. It was manipulation. He was creating a mess, then pretending to be the victim to squeeze maintenance and discounts. And that's when the plan began forming. The first thing I did was check the lease. Sure enough, no bulk waste allowed in shared areas, and tenants are responsible for pest control costs caused by negligence. Perfect. But words weren't enough this time. Aaron was slick, the kind of guy who'd deny everything if you didn't have proof. So I bought something I'd never needed before, a motion-activated camera disguised as a smoke detector. I installed it quietly above the hallway door one morning while they were out. And then, the next night's showtime. Within 24 hours, the camera caught Aaron dragging 2 giant trash bags down the hall. Kelsey followed behind, carrying a box labeled old makeup and stuff. They laughed as they left it by the fire door, a safety violation. By the way, but I didn't stop there. To make the footage legally useful, I printed bright yellow property of flat 3A tags, laminated them, and stuck one on every single trash bag they left behind. That way, when the pest control team came, I could show exactly whose trash they were dealing with. A week later, Aaron had the nerve to text me again. "You haven't sorted the rats yet. We saw one last night. We expect a discount if you can't fix this soon." That's when I smiled for the first time in weeks. Because by now, I had enough footage to make a highlight reel. So, I made a little game. I printed screenshots from the camera, Aaron carrying a chair, Kelsey tossing bottles, the bags with yellow tags. Then, I pinned them on a board in my office titled, "Trash Bingo." Each day, my building supervisor and I would laugh as we added a new one. Chair equals, cardboard equals, broken toaster equals. By the end of the week, the board was full. I called Aaron for a formal meeting under the guise of reviewing pest control findings. He showed up looking smug, probably expecting an apology or a rent discount. I began calmly. "Aaron, we reviewed footage from the hallways. Would you like to see something interesting?" I turned my monitor toward him. The first video played, him, dragging his trash, laughing, and leaving it right under the no dumping sign. His face drained of color. Kelsey muttered, "That's not us." But then, another clip. Her in pink pajamas, holding that same old makeup box. By the third clip, Aaron stopped talking. Then I pulled out the invoice I had prepared. Asterisk pest control visit, £275. Asterisk hazard cleaning, £130. Asterisk security footage review, £50. Asterisk fine for communal obstruction, £300. Total due, £755. I slid it across the table and said, "That's your contribution for creating the problem you complained about." He stammered, "You can't prove." I pointed to the time-stamped footage and the lease clause he'd signed. Silence. They paid half, then went quiet for a week. I thought it was over until I got another email. "You're harassing us. We'll report you for invasion of privacy." That's when I realized they were bluffing. They didn't even know where the camera was. So, I doubled down legally. I sent them an official notice of breach of lease, attaching a USB drive containing clips blurred for privacy, and a note. "Cameras only cover public areas as permitted by law. Thank you for confirming the trash was yours." That single sentence shut them down completely. 2 weeks later, they moved out, but not before leaving one last pile of junk boxes, food containers, and of course, one broken lamp. So, I added one final tag before cleanup. Flat 3A, last gift. A few weeks later, I uploaded a time-lapse compilation of the cleanup, not identifying anyone, just the process of turning chaos back into order. Within days, the video got hundreds of thousands of views on a local landlord forum, and then Reddit. People loved it. Comments poured in. "This is oddly satisfying. That's the most British revenge I've ever seen. You should win an Oscar for patience." Aaron's old neighbors even chimed in, sharing their stories of the smell and pests. And just like that, my headache turned into cathartic justice. Now, every new tenant in my buildings gets one friendly warning. We recycle here, and the walls have eyes. No one's left trash since. Sometimes I walk down that same hallway and remember the chaos, the smell, the denial, the laughter from their flat, and then how quiet it is now. The silence feels like victory. Because revenge isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a yellow tag and a quiet invoice with their name on it.
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this, go watch the one on the left and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel for more tales of triumph over injustice and a saga of ultimate revenge.